Welcome to week 3. Last week in week 2, I really enjoyed getting to know your organizations and your roles in those organizations. I think there's been really good interaction and even some suggestions that have come from each of you to each other about your roles, about your questions about your organizations. Just some really good interaction. Thank you very much for that. As we move into week 3, and this is the second week talking about the structural frame and reading about the structural frame, we're going to be getting ready for week 4 when we will actually submit the structural frame paper and take the structural frame quiz. For this week, we're going to be focused on learning more about the structural frame so that we can begin to build our paper and build out some look at a human resource development issue, some emergent issue that you want to address in this entire semester through each of the different frames, beginning with the structural frame. And so for this week, the thing that you will be doing as an activity is submitting your organization chart. And that, you'll notice, is a graphic that is part of your 4-page structural frame paper. I'm trying to build out these activities such that it advantages you toward building your frame papers as we come to each one, and so that you've already done some of the work to get you toward the paper itself. And so that org chart will be included in the paper and will be one of the 4 content pages or part of a page in the content pages. Your content pages, and again, they're going to be APA, and for the how to address writing the papers, please look back at your syllabus. One reminder is that 4 pages for the content, 1 page for the cover, and then a page for any references that you use. And I said reference pages, definitely it will only be 1 page. If part of a page is usually what we would anticipate for references. So that's an error. It's just part of a page for references. So you'll include your org structure that you'll be turning in this week and talking about and you won't turn it in. You will just be posting it to talk about it as part of your activity for this week and discussion. Then we'll also have a question that you'll address on how work gets done and how you and other employees interact, and actually how departments or other sub-organizations interact within your overall organization. That you will be able to reflect with your org chart, but specific narrative addressing that is wanted here. So, how does the structure help or hinder work? In other words, might there be other ways that you can do work? And what does the text tell us that might be useful to reframe or address whatever the HRD issue, the problem, the situation that you're going to be working with this semester? What, looking through the lens of the structural frame, might be useful to reframe and to address that issue? We won't necessarily talk too much about it, but that is something that we'll get involved with because one of our papers is going to address a total reframe. So structurally, how might you reframe? Okay, then we will move to our quiz, which is 5 questions, and you can take the quiz anytime during the week. We've moved it so that you can begin, I think on Monday at midnight, and it's 60 minutes for each of 2 different chances. So 5 questions, you have 2 chances, each of the chances is 60 minutes. And if you have any questions at all, please post those questions at Ask Dr. Karen. With that, let's get started in week 3.